Question number 2, paper 4, variant 1, October, November 2020. Okay, in this question, a vertical tube contains a liquid. A metal ball is held at rest by a thread just below the surface of the liquid, as shown in the figure 2.1. Okay, here we have a metal ball. This metal ball is goes down through a liquid, whatever liquid اللي عندك ده ايه مش مشكلة. And the diameter of this tube is much greater than the diameter of the ball, which is meant ان هي ما يعني كانت تقدر انها تدخل جوه التيوب دي وتنزل without any problems ان هي تنزل ما تقفش او كده. يعني الدايمتر يعني واسع كويس ان هو يقدر يخليها تدخل جوه التيوب. So the ball is released and it accelerates downwards uniformly for a short period of time. Describe what happens to the velocity of the ball in the short period of time as it accelerates downwards uniformly. Okay, this question seems to asking about what is meant by down accelerates uniformly. معنى كلمة accelerates uniformly, that means in the velocity of the metal ball the velocity of a metal ball increases steadily. That's what's meant by accelerates downward. Okay. Okay, the 2 marks is given to increases in the velocity to describe what's happening when the accelerate downward uniformly, when the velocity start to increase, and the amount or magnitude of increasing in velocity is uniformly, يعني steadily. Okay, the other part in the question is asking about the ball reach terminal velocity. Describe and explain the motion of the ball from when it's released until it reaches terminal velocity. Okay, let's return back to the diagram to understand what's happening during immersed the metal ball inside the tube. At the beginning في الأول خالص the metal ball goes down under effect of its weight. And as the metal ball goes down through the liquid, there is another force affecting upward, which is the resistive force. Okay, but at the beginning, its weight is bigger than the resistive force. Its weight is bigger than the resistive force. Okay? R is represent the resistive force or the dragging force. يبقى في أول stage عندي the resistive force is smaller than the weight. So what will happen in this stage? The metal ball will accelerates downwards, okay? And but after a few seconds هلاقي إن الميتال بول دي as a result of increasing the speed, the resistive force become greater than the weight. As a result in the velocity of the metal ball start to increase لأن حصل acceleration. So the resistant force or the resistive force become greater than the weight. So the metal ball in this case will be slows down or become less accelerate. Okay. Finally, the metal ball reach a stage which is called terminal velocity. What does that mean? And the two forces affecting on the metal ball, which is the resistive force upward and the weight downward, become equal each other. And at this point, what will happen? The acceleration becomes 0. The velocity of the metal ball is stay constant. And what will happen to the net force is equal 0. ليه؟ لأنه the two forces affecting on the metal ball is equal each other. But how can I write this answer in the question? هقول له at the beginning or initially, هقول له initially a ball accelerates downwards, okay? That's because what? That's because of the weight of the ball, okay? Is greater than dragging force. This is دي أول مارك عندك. المارك التانية اللي هتكتبها أو الكيورد التانية اللي هتقولها في الديسكريبشن in this question هقول له as velocity increases, dragging force increase and a metal ball become less acceleration. And the third stage, which is the third mark, هقول له finally the weight of the ball become equal the resistive force or the dragging force and reach terminal velocity, okay? And the net force equals 0 and acceleration equals 0 and the velocity become constant, okay? That's question number B. Let's go to question number C. The metal ball has a mass, okay? This mass is equal 2.1 gram. Take care about this gram. It falls a distance of قد كده. This is the height, okay? And being released and reaching the bottom of the tube. Calculate the gravitational potential energy transferred. Okay, we have a rule to calculate the gravitational potential energy, which is equal the mass times the gravity times the height, okay? The mass is equal 2.1, but wait, the mass is given in grams, so it must convert it to kilogram. So we multiply in 10 to the power -3. That's because in the kilogram, okay, equal يا إما إني أعمل multiply 10 to the power 3 or multiply 10 to the power -3 from a gram to a kilogram. Okay, that's just for conversion. Times 10 to the power -3 times the height. This is the height, this is the distance, equal 0.80 meter. The answer, it will be equal 0.0168. طبعا ما ينفعش أسيبها بالمنظر ده. You must convert it to two or three significant figures. So the answer will be 0.017 joule. طبعا don't forget the unit. بيقول لي when the ball reaches the bottom of the tube, it has a speed of 1.2 meter per second. Calculate the kinetic energy of the ball at the bottom of the tube. Okay, it's so simple. The kinetic energy is equal half mv squared. Let's substitute in the questions. Okay, to calculate the kinetic energy, you can multiply half times the mass, which is equal, it's given in the question in the first part, 2.1, of course, times 10 to the power -3, times the velocity. The velocity here equal 1.2. Don't forget to double the velocity. Finally, after you make these calculations, the answer will be 1.5 times 10 to the power -3. Of course, it will given in joule. Please don't forget the joule, the units, that's because the marks is very important in the exam. Finally, question number I3, sorry. In question number 2, you will explain why the value calculated CI is different from that calculated in CI2. يعني why the calculation is not the same. المفروض according to the conservation law of energy إنه the energy neither created nor destroyed, but it can only change from one form to another form, and the total energy is given by must equal the kinetic energy have the same amount by the gravitational potential energy. يعني the gain in the kinetic energy must equal the lose in the gravitational potential energy or the opposite. يعني لازم يكون التوتال، لازم يكون ال two types equal each other. طب ليه حصل في difference between the two numbers؟ يبقى أكيد هنا في missing amount or magnitude from the energy. اوكي، فاكيد طبعا اللي حصل ان بقى في thermal energy. هتقول لي جت منين الثيرمال energy؟ هقول لك as a result of a dragging force between the metal ball and the liquid is wasted. اوكي، الثيرمال energy اللي هي الهيت energy. اوكي، as a result of friction. Thank you for watching this video, and please direct message for any information, for any questions, and please like and subscribe my channel to continue this type of video. Thank you.